Top 5. Best breakfast to lower creatinine and improve kidney function. Breakfast is supposed to fuel the day, yet for weak kidneys, it can become the first strike of damage. A single salty meal in the morning can raise blood pressure, overload the kidneys, and trigger a chain reaction of harm that persists over time. Rising creatinine is not just a number on a lab test, it is a warning sign that your kidneys are failing. The question is simple: will your breakfast heal your kidneys or push them one step closer to dialysis? To know this, let's explore the top 5 best breakfasts to lower creatinine and improve kidney function. Breakfast number 1 is rice porridge comfort bowl. Breakfast can often feel like a challenge when the body is already struggling with rising creatinine levels and tired kidneys. Appetite may be low, mornings may feel heavy, and the wrong food choice can set the tone for an entire day of discomfort. That is why a rice porridge comfort bowl becomes more than just a simple meal. It is smooth, gentle, and healing, designed to give strength without overwhelming the body. For anyone facing kidney concerns, it is a way to start the day with peace and stability rather than stress. Rice porridge is soft and creamy, making it easy to enjoy even when eating feels difficult. Its mild flavor calms the stomach and provides warmth that soothes both body and mind. Beyond comfort, it holds a quiet power, protection for kidneys under strain. White rice, the heart of this dish, is naturally low in potassium and phosphorus. That makes it a safe choice for people whose kidneys can no longer filter these minerals as they once did. Potassium in high amounts can disturb the heart's rhythm. Phosphorus, when it builds up, can weaken bones and damage blood vessels. By choosing white rice, the risk of these complications decreases, and the kidneys are not overworked. Salt is another danger that often sneaks into breakfast foods. Processed cereals, packaged muffins, and fast breakfast sandwiches often contain hidden sodium that can accumulate before the day even begins. Excessive sodium intake raises blood pressure, and high blood pressure can damage the kidney filters over time. Rice porridge offers control. The amount of sodium can be kept very low, and studies show that reducing daily sodium intake by about 1,000 milligrams can lower blood pressure numbers by 5 to 6 points. That difference eases the pressure on the kidneys and slows their decline. Starting the day with a meal that naturally limits sodium is like giving the kidneys a much-needed rest. The energy that rice porridge provides is also unique. Many quick breakfasts flood the body with sugar, leading to spikes and crashes that leave a person weak and drained. Porridge gives slow-digesting carbohydrates that release energy gently. This helps maintain body stability, prevents sudden stress on the kidneys, and supports stamina throughout the morning. For someone living with fatigue from kidney concerns, this steady stream of energy is a gift. It means less exhaustion, more focus, and fewer moments of weakness during the day. Research supports what people in many cultures have trusted for generations. Diets that include rice-based meals with controlled amounts of protein have been linked with slower rises in creatinine in early stages of kidney disease. The key is balance. Too much protein can strain the kidneys, but too little protein can leave the body weak. Adding just a small amount of shredded chicken breast or silken tofu to the porridge creates the perfect middle ground. It provides the body with the protein it needs for repair while protecting the kidneys from overload. This balance is the difference between a meal that harms and a meal that heals. Preparing this dish is simple yet deeply rewarding. 1 cup of cooked white rice can be simmered with 2 cups of water until it turns creamy and smooth. Some may choose broth instead of water, but this must be approached carefully. Bone-based broths and many packaged broths are loaded with phosphorus and sodium. For kidney health, plain water or a carefully chosen low-sodium broth is the safer path. Once the porridge base is ready, the toppings bring both taste and nourishment. 2 ounces of lean chicken breast blend well without adding excess fat. Half a cup of silken tofu creates a creamy plant-based option for those who prefer it. A spoonful of scallions and a small sprinkle of sesame seeds add flavor without the need for added salt. Every choice in this bowl is intentional. Each ingredient is designed to nourish while protecting the kidneys. Convenience matters too, especially for mornings filled with fatigue or medical routines. Rice porridge can be prepared in larger quantities, stored in small containers, and then frozen for later use. On busy days, a container can be reheated with just a splash of water to restore its creaminess. This makes the meal not only safe and healing, but also practical. Having ready-made kidney-friendly breakfasts removes the stress of wondering what to eat and prevents harmful last-minute choices. Everybody is different, and not every version of rice porridge will fit all needs. For those with high potassium levels, tofu should be avoided that day, and chicken is a safer choice. For those struggling with high phosphorus levels, bone broths should be avoided. These small adjustments enable the same comforting meal to be enjoyed safely in various situations. That flexibility is what makes this porridge such a valuable part of a kidney protective routine. The power of this bowl lies not just in its nutrients, but in the way it makes the morning feel. It turns breakfast into a calm, healing moment instead of a risky one. It creates comfort without guilt and nourishment without danger. Each spoonful supports the kidneys, lowers the strain on the body, and builds strength for the day ahead. It is a reminder that small, simple choices can protect health in ways that medication alone cannot. Yet even the most comforting meal should not be repeated every single day. Variety is just as important for kidney health. The next breakfast brings that variety while keeping the kidneys safe. It is flavorful, satisfying, and filled with plant strength wrapped in something you can hold in your hands. Get ready to explore the tofu and spinach wrap. Before we move on, I'd love to know where you're watching from. If you're working to naturally ease kidney problems, be sure to subscribe to Kidnease and turn on the notification bell. And if this content helps you, type 1 in the comments or 0 if it doesn't. I want to keep improving for you. Tofu may not always be the first food that comes to mind for breakfast, but it deserves attention. Unlike many animal proteins, which the body absorbs almost completely, tofu contains phosphorus that is less readily available to the body. This means that when you eat it, your kidneys do not face the same heavy burden they would with a meat-based breakfast. While the phosphorus from animal sources can be absorbed at nearly 80%, plant proteins like tofu are absorbed at closer to 40 to 60%. That difference is significant. It means more protein support for the body with less phosphorus building up in the blood. This is a small but powerful way to keep kidneys from becoming overworked. Spinach adds another layer of support. A small portion, measured carefully, brings fiber, iron, and folate into the meal. Fiber supports digestion and helps control cholesterol, both of which protect kidney health. Iron helps maintain stable energy levels, while folate supports healthy blood and cell function. However, portion control is key. Spinach is rich in potassium, and eating too much can be harmful. Limiting it to 3/4 of a cup raw before cooking ensures that the potassium level stays safe, while still delivering all the benefits. Cooking spinach reduces its volume, so the wrap looks full and hearty without overloading the body with minerals. The wrap itself ties everything together. Choosing a low-sodium tortilla helps keep the total sodium content of this meal around 450 milligrams. That is a safe amount for breakfast and leaves room for the rest of the day's meals without crossing the recommended limits. For many people, tortillas or breads are a hidden source of salt that quietly raises blood pressure. This simple swap makes sure the kidneys are not forced to handle more sodium than they can manage. When blood pressure is better controlled, the kidneys filter more smoothly, and the risk of further damage decreases. The preparation is straightforward. 3 ounces of extra firm tofu can be crumbled and sautéed with a small amount of bell pepper and onion. These vegetables bring flavor, texture, and extra antioxidants without adding excess sodium or potassium. Once the tofu mixture is warm and seasoned, spinach is added just long enough to wilt. This preserves its nutrients while softening the texture. The mixture is then placed inside an 8-inch low-sodium tortilla, folded neatly and ready to serve. In less than 10 minutes, a kidney-friendly meal that balances protein, fiber, and energy is complete. This breakfast also fits seamlessly into daily life. Wraps can be made ahead of time, stored in foil, and reheated in a dry skillet within minutes. For someone who needs to head out early or attend appointments, this convenience prevents the temptation to grab a salty, processed option. Having something ready and safe makes staying on track much easier. It is not just about eating the right food, it is about making the right choice simple and stress-free. Not every version of this meal is right for everyone. If potassium levels are high, spinach can be swapped with shredded cabbage or lettuce to lower the load. Both offer crunch and freshness without adding the same risk. For those who are gluten sensitive, corn tortillas can be a suitable alternative to flour tortillas. Sodium levels should always be checked on packaging, as some corn tortillas contain more salt than expected. These small changes enable the wrap to remain safe while still offering variety and flavor. The value of a meal like this reaches far beyond taste. Research shows that adding just one serving of plant protein per day can lower the risk of kidney decline by about 14%. That number is not just data, it is a hope for slowing down the disease and protecting the quality of life. Every time you choose a wrap like this, instead of a high-salt, high-phosphorus breakfast, you are giving your kidneys a little more time and strength. You are also giving your body a chance to stay energized and balanced throughout the morning. This tofu and spinach wrap offers protein without punishment, flavor without guilt, and energy without strain. It is a step towards strength each morning, a choice that both protects and nourishes. But the journey does not stop with this wrap. The next breakfast brings a different kind of comfort, one that blends warmth, sweetness, and heart health all in one bowl. Stay tuned to discover the cinnamon apple oats. A steaming bowl of oats with warm apples and a hint of cinnamon carries a sense of comfort that feels both familiar and healing. Yet, beneath the comforting aroma lies something far more powerful than taste. This breakfast is not only gentle and satisfying, but it is also deeply protective for the heart and kidneys. Many people with kidney concerns live with the constant threat of heart problems, since kidney disease and heart disease are often tied together. Choosing oats in the morning is like giving both organs a shield to face the day. The strength of oats lies in their special type of fiber, known as beta-glucan. Unlike ordinary fiber, this one has a proven ability to lower cholesterol. When consumed in the recommended amount, approximately 3 grams per day, it can reduce the bad cholesterol in the blood by 6 to 10%. For someone with kidney concerns, that number matters greatly. Lower cholesterol reduces the strain on arteries and eases the burden on the heart, which in turn helps protect the kidneys from further damage. Think about it. Each spoonful of oats is not just filling the stomach, it is sweeping away some of the hidden threats that silently raise the risk of heart attack or stroke. Cinnamon brings another gentle layer of help. This common spice has been studied for its effect on blood sugar. Regular use in small amounts has been linked with modest drops in fasting glucose, sometimes lowering numbers by 10 to 15 milligrams per deciliter. That may not sound dramatic, but small, steady changes add up. Maintaining blood sugar levels is crucial for kidney health, as high blood sugar can damage the delicate filters within the kidneys. Cinnamon also adds a natural warmth and flavor, which means there is less need for added sweeteners that could weigh down the body with extra sugar. Apples complete this trio of healing foods. Their natural sweetness eliminates the need for refined sugar, and their soluble fiber slows the release of glucose into the bloodstream. Apples also contain vitamin C, an antioxidant that supports healthy blood vessels. For kidneys already under strain, every bit of vascular support matters. With each bite, the body receives steady energy, gentle sweetness, and protective nutrients, all without adding extra stress. The science behind this simple meal is clear. In a large meta-analysis, oats were shown to reduce total cholesterol by around 5% and bad cholesterol by about 7%. These changes may seem small, but they directly reduce cardiovascular burden. Since heart problems are a leading cause of death in people with kidney disease, a daily bowl of oats becomes more than a breakfast. It becomes a line of defense against one of the greatest risks faced by people with rising creatinine. Preparing this meal is quick and easy. Start with half a cup of rolled oats, cooked in water until soft and creamy. Add a splash of unsweetened almond milk for smoothness. While the oats cook, sauté half of a small apple until it softens and releases its natural sweetness. Stir the apple into the oats, sprinkle with half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and finish with a tablespoon of chopped walnuts for crunch and healthy fats. The result is a bowl that is warm, fragrant, and satisfying without being heavy. For busy mornings, instant oats can be used, but only the plain variety is recommended. Flavored packets often contain over 200 milligrams of hidden sodium, which can undo the careful work of a kidney-friendly diet. If a touch more sweetness is desired, a small drizzle of maple syrup is a safer alternative to processed packets. However, the natural flavors of apples and cinnamon often make added sugar unnecessary. For those who prefer to prepare the night before, oats can be soaked in almond milk with diced apple and cinnamon. By morning, the flavors have blended into a ready-to-eat meal that saves time without sacrificing health benefits. Not everybody responds the same way, and some adjustments may be needed. If potassium levels are borderline high, apples can be replaced with pears or blueberries, both of which bring sweetness and fiber without as much potassium. For individuals taking warfarin or other blood-thinning medications, it is recommended to use cinnamon in small amounts for culinary purposes to prevent unwanted interactions. These modifications enable the same protective breakfast to cater to diverse health needs without compromising its value. Choosing oats in the morning is not about filling time until lunch. It is about building a shield for the heart, protecting the kidneys from silent stress, and creating steady energy to carry through the day. Every bite is an act of protection, every spoonful a step towards stability. And while this meal comforts in its sweetness, the next breakfast brings a different kind of strength. It is savory, colorful, and full of lightness that feels refreshing yet safe for the kidneys. The next delight is the veggie scramble. If you're finding this helpful so far, please take a second to like this video. It may seem small, but it tells YouTube that this message matters and helps kidneys reach more people who truly need it. If you believe others deserve this knowledge too, tap that thumbs up now. Many people start their mornings with eggs, but few realize that the way they are prepared can either protect or harm their kidneys quietly. The mistake often lies in the yolk. While yolks are rich in nutrients, they also carry a heavy load of phosphorus. For healthy kidneys, this is not a problem, but for kidneys already struggling, that extra phosphorus builds up in the blood, weakening bones and damaging blood vessels. One large egg yolk contains close to 95 milligrams of phosphorus, while the egg white carries only about 5. That difference is dramatic. Choosing egg whites over whole eggs turns a common breakfast into a kidney-safe powerhouse. The Veggie Scramble Delight takes this simple swap. It transforms it into a colorful, flavorful dish that delivers both strength and protection. Egg whites offer pure, high-quality protein without the burden of excess phosphorus. For people with kidney concerns, this means the body gets what it needs to repair tissues, maintain muscle, and support healing without overloading the filters. Protein is essential, but the kind and the amount matter. This scramble provides balance by providing enough protein for strength while respecting the kidney's limits. The vegetables in this dish do more than add colour. Bell peppers bring brightness and a dose of vitamin C, which supports healthy blood vessels and a strong immune system. Onions contain antioxidants that help calm inflammation in the body, while mushrooms add depth of flavour and provide small amounts of fibre. Together, these vegetables create a sense of fullness and satisfaction without overloading the body with potassium. This is important because high potassium levels can disrupt the heart's rhythm, a serious concern for individuals with chronic kidney disease. By choosing the right vegetables, the scramble offers both taste and safety. Olive oil adds the final touch, bringing in healthy monounsaturated fats. These fats are known to reduce inflammation and support heart health. Inflammation often runs high in people with kidney disease, silently damaging tissues and speeding up decline. Even a small teaspoon of olive oil helps the body fight back against inflammation. It makes the scramble satisfying, prevents dryness, and delivers healing fats that do more than just improve taste. Preparing the veggie scramble is simple. Start by sautéing half a cup of diced bell pepper, a quarter cup of onion, and half a cup of mushrooms in 1 teaspoon of olive oil. Once the vegetables have softened and released their aroma, add 3 egg whites or 3/4 of a cup of liquid egg whites. Stir gently until the mixture sets into a soft scramble. Season with pepper and herbs to enhance the flavour without relying on salt. The result is a meal that feels hearty and delicious, yet every part of it is carefully designed to support kidney health. For variety, a small slice of low-sodium toast can be added on the side. Fresh parsley sprinkled on top brings freshness and an extra boost of antioxidants. These small touches keep the meal exciting without compromising safety. The scramble can be modified to fit different needs as well. If phosphorus levels are stable and extra calories are desired, 1 whole egg can be added to the whites. This maintains the protective balance while giving a richer taste and texture. If sodium intake must be extremely restricted, cheese should be avoided, as even small amounts can add unnecessary salt. Planning ahead makes this meal even easier. Vegetables can be diced and stored in containers on Sunday, ready to be tossed into the pan each morning. This removes the stress of chopping during busy weekdays and ensures that a kidney-friendly breakfast can be made in minutes. It also prevents the temptation of reaching for processed, salty foods out of convenience. Having vegetables ready to go is like setting up a safety net for the week. Beyond the nutrients, there is a deeper benefit to this breakfast. Food is not only about numbers on a nutrition chart, it is also about how it affects the body. A plate of bright, colourful vegetables mixed with soft, fluffy egg whites feels light yet satisfying. It brings a sense of control to the morning, a reminder that every meal can be both enjoyable and healing. For someone living with the uncertainty of kidney disease, that feeling of control is powerful. It transforms breakfast from a risk into an act of self-care. Egg whites and vegetables may seem simple, but their combined power protects the kidneys, strengthens the body, and calms inflammation all in one meal. While this scramble offers savoury comfort, the next breakfast takes a different direction. It is a handheld favourite, often loaded with sodium. Yet with the right changes, it becomes a safe and energising option. Prepare to discover how a low-sodium breakfast burrito can be transformed into a kidney-friendly choice. Most people think of a burrito as a guilty pleasure, heavy, salty, and loaded with ingredients that put stress on the body. However, when built with care, a burrito can become a smart, healing choice. The surprise lies in the details. With the right swaps, it becomes a complete meal that balances protein, carbohydrates, and fibre while keeping sodium under control. For people living with kidney concerns, this balance is not just about feeling full, it's about maintaining overall well-being. It is about protecting health one bite at a time. A well-prepared breakfast burrito gives strength without sacrifice. Beans contribute plant protein and fiber. Egg whites or tofu provide gentle protein without excess phosphorus, and rice delivers steady energy. Together, these ingredients create a combination that keeps the body fueled and stable. Each component plays its role, and none of them overload the kidneys when portions are managed carefully. It is a portable meal that can be carried on the go, reducing the temptation to stop for a processed, high-salt option that might undo days of careful choices. The biggest threat in a traditional burrito is sodium. From tortillas to beans, cheese, and salsa, the salt quickly piles up, pushing blood pressure higher. High sodium intake is the leading driver of hypertension, which is the #1 cause of kidney disease progression. For kidneys already under stress, that extra load can speed up decline. The solution is simple yet powerful. Rinse canned beans to remove 30 to 40% of their sodium. Choose a low-sodium tortilla and use salsa without added salt. These 3 small steps significantly reduce the burden, transforming what could be a harmful food into one that supports kidney health. The science is clear. Lowering sodium intake directly lowers blood pressure, and even modest reductions can make a significant difference. By controlling sodium in this burrito, the body is protected from spikes in pressure that damage kidney filters. Instead of fear, this breakfast gives reassurance that every choice is moving health in the right direction. It is not about avoiding favorite foods. It is about reshaping them to work in harmony with the body rather than against it. Making this burrito is straightforward and quick. Fill an 8-inch low-sodium tortilla with a 1/4 cup of rinsed black beans, 2 egg whites or 2 ounces of tofu, a 1/4 cup of rice, 2 tablespoons of bell peppers and onions, and 1 tablespoon of no-salt salsa. The flavors come together in a way that is satisfying without being heavy. The meal contains under 500 milligrams of sodium, a safe amount that fits well within daily limits. This is a breakfast that feels familiar, yet has been carefully redesigned with purpose. Not every version is right for every person, and adjustments make it safe for individual needs. If potassium levels are high, the beans can be reduced to 2 tablespoons or replaced with extra rice and vegetables. Those who are sensitive to gluten can choose corn tortillas, checking the labels carefully to avoid hidden salt. These changes keep the burrito enjoyable while respecting the body's limits. It is a reminder that kidney-friendly eating is not about strict denial. It is about making smart choices that ensure food is both safe and satisfying. Convenience is one of the burrito's greatest strengths. It can be prepared in advance, wrapped in foil, and stored in the freezer for later use. On busy mornings, it can be reheated in just 2 minutes in the microwave. For people who need quick meals before work, appointments, or dialysis, this saves time and prevents poor choices made out of hunger or hurry. Having a ready-to-eat, safe option waiting at home provides both comfort and control. If this video was helpful, please don't leave without subscribing to Kidnease. And if you feel like I truly understood your struggle and offered a solution that matters, type the word relief in the comments. I'd love to know if this helped you.